Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading. It's really nice to be back. My name is Gregory Scott. I'm an astrologer, tarot reader, and numerologist. I do the bulk of my work here on YouTube, and I've been away for 2.5 months, so it's really nice to be back. I'm super excited to do your daily tarot reading. I've really missed doing these. I absolutely love it. The structure of YouTube and things has changed over the last couple of months to a year. So for example, there never used to be a problem with animated nudity, that's what they call it, in the tarot, and a lot of tarot decks include that. Now it's become an issue, so little things have changed. So because of that, I'm going to make these daily tarot readings available through a membership here on YouTube. I've applied for that. I think that will come through in the next few days, so that'll change. The other videos I make, the weekly horoscopes, the videos on the new moons and full moons, those are going to stay as they have been, so no changes there. But I'm also going to start making monthly videos for each sign of the zodiac, so Aries, Libra, Sagittarius, and so on. And I'm also going to do live tarot readings where there are going to be particular perks for members. So watch this space over the next few days. The specifics of those will be published as YouTube approves it. But for today, I want to use my deck of cards, the Gregory Scott Tarot, to see what the cards have to say about Sunday, the 16th of July. And it's so exciting to do this. I've been doing readings for myself since I've been away, and that's great. But to see what the cards have to say about the day's energy, and for everyone watching, it's really, the scope of the reading is just so much bigger, and I'm excited to see what the cards have to say about Sunday the 16th and what energy you will be working with. So let's have a look at that. And there are hundreds of different tarot decks. This is my deck of cards, which I published with Lo Scarabeo, and it's based on the regular Rider-Waite deck. So if you know that deck, you'll be able to use these. Oh, and what a good start. We've got the Four of Wands, which I always say is the happiest card in the deck. It's about new beginnings and celebrations and weddings and love and the future being in front of you and unlimited potential. Then we have the Two of Pentacles, also very positive, someone who's handling his circumstances and who's on top of his game. And then finally, we have the High Priestess, which is very interesting, particularly in connection to the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is very much about, I'm keeping a lid on things. I'm practical, I'm grounded, I'm earthy. And because I'm so in the moment and willing to kind of engage on a practical level, I can take care of things, I can manage them, I can handle them, I can solve problems. The High Priestess is very different. She says, I'm not practical at all. What I do is I sit in my temple and all I do is listen. And it's by listening that I get all the answers that I could ever possibly need. And it's the step really before the action, because what the High Priestess is doing is she's doing the research. She's just listening, sitting back and saying, okay, universe, what is the right way forward here? What is the solution to the problem? Instead of doing it yourself, the High Priestess has learned and is wise enough to realize that there's something bigger out there, something universal that can help you, that has positive information that you can use to your advantage. So what she does is she does her research and gets the right answer to whatever needs to be solved or looked at, and then she can act. So before jumping into things or simply, reacting or jumping into things without thinking or without having your own kind of plan or agenda, the High Priestess doesn't do that. She's beyond good and evil. She's in this threshold here, in this doorway between the spiritual and the physical, the earthy. So she occupies both spaces, and because she has a much greater scope and vision of what's really going on spiritually and physically, she's able to suss out any situation and really see the best way forward just because she is so aware. So the cards here are really saying that you're in a very good spot. There are lots of opportunities for new beginnings and for positive, amazing changes and fabulous new chapters in your life, that you're very capable of kind of starting, and you're able to do something new and kind of gallop ahead in a way that doesn't need to cause anxiety. Usually if we start something new, or we're looking at a new project or a move or a relationship, there's an element of risk involved. You don't know how it's going to turn out. And it's pretty normal to sometimes feel a bit of anxiety. You know, for instance, I live in this country and now I've decided to pack up and move everything by myself. That's going to create a little bit of uncertainty, and with good reason. It's kind of like, well, if I do move, is that a good choice? Am I going to be happier? Is it financially prudent? Is it a good decision for me to make? So the cards are saying that you've got all these opportunities. There doesn't need to be any anxiety because, one, you're able to handle the changes in a very practical, down-to-earth way. So you're able to handle everything that needs to be done on planet Earth, as in label the boxes and access the savings account so that you can plan the wedding celebration and all that. All the concrete considerations that you need to look at to make something happen. But also, there doesn't need to be any anxiety around future changes or things opening up, because not only are you practical, with the High Priestess, there's a sense of this is what's meant to happen. I feel like I'm right. I feel like I've got the message via my higher self, via the universe. And that means that I don't need to worry about whether what I'm doing is right or wrong. I know it's right, so I can take the action steps in order to get to a better future. So it's kind of interesting that the cards have come out like this on this day particularly, because they're saying that it's a wonderful time to kind of plan your life in a way that says, what would make me happiest? What to me personally feels like a wedding? What feels like a fresh start? What feels like a celebration where I can invite people who love and adore me and who want to share in this good news? I don't need to be overwhelmed by it, because even if I haven't done it before, I have the know-how, the practical kind of experience that I can shift over to this situation so that I can handle everything perfectly. Or even if it isn't perfect, I can handle things. I can get things done. So there's self-belief, self-reliance, and I have this bigger picture which says it's important for me to start something new. Intuitively, I've been guided to make these changes, and even if I'm inexperienced, I don't need to be anxious about the changes themselves because they're meant to happen. I don't need to be anxious about my ability to handle and make these changes because I know I can. I can deal with the ups and downs of life. And it's kind of like my hand is being held by the universe and it's saying, come this way, it's okay. You don't have to be worried. You don't have to be experienced. You're on the right path. Keep walking and something is going to open up. So the cards are being really positive and they're very focused on the future here. They're saying, forget about the past. You're in a good spot where you've handled ups and downs before. You've done that pretty much eternally your whole life. So please have that self-belief in yourself and expect something better and something that's filled with joy to come into your life, because the universe is saying it's due to arrive. All you need to do is be present, continue to take the practical action, and you're on the right path, moving in a direction which is going to be much more pleasing and satisfying than where you've got to now. So basically the cards are saying the best is yet to come. So just each card, the Four of Wands is in the element of fire, so it's about your life purpose, and this is a moment of celebration and delight and you're thrilled that you've got something that you've wanted, that you're really passionate about, like the love of your life or the work that you feel called to do. It's that discovery and union of you and something that you absolutely adore. So that opens up for you today. The 4 wands create a doorway, so you're able to walk into that future. The 2 of Pentacles is a young man who's aware that life has its ups and downs, but by continuing to manage these ups and downs and doing his best, he can create a doorway in his own life that leads to a better future. So very similar, but it's saying that through hard work, you're able to put yourself in different life circumstances where the work then changes and the outcomes change too. So he creates his own sense of kind of forward momentum through the work that he does. And then the High Priestess does a very different kind of work. It's spiritual work. She sits back, she listens. She's not physically active. She gets the intellectual, spiritual stuff sorted out so that she's on point to take practical action to lead her to this happy, earthy, 3D reality place. So it's a combination of spiritual truth, physical truth, and know-how to open this amazing, fabulous doorway into something happier, fulfilling, and very aligned with your purpose and what you are trying to achieve here. Amazing. Number-wise, we've got 4 and 2 is 6, and another 2 is 8, and 8 is power and strength in numerology. So we've got spiritual power combining with practical physical power or know-how, expertise, to create a powerful opening into a future that you actually want to traipse off into. A future you want to experience, a future you want to connect with. It's a threshold, a doorway that you want to cross. And it's interesting, I'm just noticing this now, that each card is a gateway card, a doorway card. Here we've got the 2 columns kind of creating a doorway into into the lake and the mountains behind. Here a doorway, a path into nature. And here a doorway into something we can't even see yet, something that's up in the clouds. So definitely a doorway into some sort of dream state opens. So simply connecting on a spiritual level to get some answers is a good idea. But then taking that a step further and applying your knowledge practically will allow you to make great practical physical changes in your life on this day. And you have the strength to overcome any anxiety or to feel like this needs to be done. So I'm going to do it despite any doubts or concerns. Amazing. Okay, so I hope you have a fabulous day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading. That'll take you to the shop page and you can book your personal reading with me. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, please. Hit subscribe and share the video online. I'll keep you posted on the kind of membership stuff that's coming up. I hope you have a fabulous day and I'll speak to you tomorrow.